Hey, Crypto Growth Fam, how's it going? This is your host Shazib signing in. We're back with another video, guys. In this video, we will be discussing Flare Network, the Euphoria stage. It's going to be an interesting one, guys, so make sure to watch till the end. And folks, for those of you who are new to the channel, we primarily discuss utility coins and potential gems. If you're interested in any of that stuff, then subscribe to the channel and hit the notification icon for regular videos. And you can also support the channel by becoming a Patreon, so do check that out as well, only if you're interested. And folks, you can also check out the official Crypto Growth partners for the exchange. We've got MEXC. You can follow the link in the description box below for rebates, discounts, offers, benefits, and lowest fees. So do check it out. And as far as the wallet is concerned, you can check out Decent. They've got their remarkable products, their biometric wallet, which has got an astonishing $30 off. And you can also check out their biometric wallet 2x package, guys, which has got a phenomenal $99 off only if you follow the link in the description box below. Decent supports 3000 plus of your favorite coins and tokens, and it supports 50 plus blockchain mainnets, so do check it out. Anyways, let's see what's happening with Flare in real time, any new information or posts that we can wrap our heads around. Let's now first check out the community this time around. Always we go and see what Hugo has to offer, but let's see what the community has to say this time around. So let's see. This is Flare Silver Vault over here. This is your second chance to get as much Flare as possible at a cheap price before F Assets is launched on the mainnet. By the way, folks, talking about second chances, the market really plummeted. It crashed a few days ago. You already know about that. But the market is recovering. As you can see, the price is up 7.55% in the daily. But if you look at the last 7 days, you can see the price has suffered. Look at this, 11.38% down in the last 7 days. In the last month, down 22.87%. In the last year, down 61.38%, testing crucial support levels in the early chart, folks. And if you look at the all-time chart, you can see that we are basically at crucial support levels over here. Yeah, although yes, this is the support base. The 2 cents, I think if we sooner or later get above the 2 cent level, then we are good, I think. Let's hope that we catch that. If not, we might fall further. This is a good support over here as well. Yeah. Yes. Anyways, let's hope that this is a false breakout towards the downside. Let's hope that it goes up. What is Leela saying over here? Flare underlines its focus on expanding the capabilities of smart contracts through its interoperability technology. Flare allows smart contracts to interact with a variety of external data sources and platforms, obviously working as an oracle, working as a connector, working as a data provider. This provides a more flexible framework for building decentralized applications, overcoming the current limitations of blockchain networks. Flare is a layer 1. New projects can be built on top of it, and then it has F assets, the DeFi capabilities, reward programs, delegations, validators, passive income opportunities, a lot of different stuff that Flare is doing. Flare is basically paving the way for the creation of more advanced and accessible solutions. Look at this, folks. Creation of advanced solutions. Seems like a catchy idea for a title as well. So shout out to Leela. Creation of more solutions. Folks, seems interesting. Allowing developers to explore new possibilities in the blockchain ecosystem. A lot of proponents are really bullish on when it comes to Flare. Look at this, 88% community sentiment is bullish. Yeah, the introduction of F assets by Flare's FTC advances the platform's functionality through a revamped reward infrastructure, integrating FLR staking with FTSO rewards. Okay. Anyways, look at this. There was a really interesting post over here, some technicals as well as fundamentals. Chris Mick Crypto over here says the Flare looks like it is not at or near the end of its zigzag correction, meeting the 0.786 Fibonacci retracement. Look at this. It gets narrower. Let's hope that it remains above this. If it comes over here and it breakouts towards the upside, then it will be good for us, folks. Crucial levels, though. Make or break. Although now it is above 0.01690, it is above that. 0.017, right? 1791, yeah. Interesting. What else do we have? Imagine holding an asset that is backed by a war chest of FLR. Imagine that war chest compounding from FLR delegation rewards, monthly FLR airdrops, royalties from block bones, royalties from block bones trades, rarity-based rewards mechanics, earn boost proceeds, trade crate sales. Now imagine that asset is deflationary, burned each time someone claims rarity-based rewards in FLR. Such an asset exists. It is called PNZ, powering our ecosystem and rewarding our community, claimable every second for simply holding a Black Bones NFT. You can see that the Flare ecosystem, Flare collaborations, Flare's partnerships, they're growing, the ecosystem is growing, projects are growing. This is great. Look at this. My precious early bank holders could become a rare breed, experience the power of compound gains. Okay, Flare. I do not know if this is about Flare. It is about Flare networks. Bank, my own, my love, my own. Look at this. This one. Gavin over here says that this has to be the worst chart I have ever seen. But even though it is the worst chart, but I keep on buying. I must be stupid. If Flare goes on to achieve what it aims to achieve, folks, the F assets providing use case to $1 trillion assets, I mean, it can be worth it till the end, but look at this until it takes off and you become a genius. This is what we're talking about, folks. An investment is really bad when it is dipping, when it is crashing, and you continuously keep on buying it monthly or annually, and then suddenly it takes off. You're a genius, and if it doesn't, then obviously you're stupid. But we have to set a decent timeline. I think, for me, to be honest, I've told you time and again, even a decade and a half, 2 decades is I see investment in terms of if the investment is good, if it has potential for the long run, then I think we should be patient. We shouldn't be gambling in a pump and dump here and there. Yeah, you can invest the funds that you can totally afford to lose. Obviously, you have to invest the funds you can afford to lose in the utility projects as well, but you have to keep a separate funds for these memes and pump and dumps. If it takes off, yeah, take that amount and invest in a good project, or take it out and use it elsewhere in the real world, in the physical realm. So yeah, it is all luck, either good or bad. Yeah, lucky, but you have to do due diligence, your research as well. Carving out our own luck is also a thing. Let's hope that it takes off eventually. Anyways, this is Brian Pereira. FLR's H chart looks bullish, suggesting the bottom might be in. Both MACD and RSI have turned bullish. Look at this, turning bullish over here as well. Yeah, look at this. Crucial levels, in my opinion, crucial support levels, and a good entry point if it goes above this levels. But the market is really volatile, and market likes to make us suffer. It can crash further. The entire market can crash further. I mean, this is the part of the game. No matter how brutal it is, no matter how tiresome it is a part of the game. This is a really interesting post from Worm. I wanted to share this with you folks. Worm226 over here says that Flare and Songbird price predictions with no cap limit on FXRP. Look at this. FXRP takes off half of XRP's volume as FXRP. If even half of XRP's $500 million daily volume moves to FXRP on Flare and Songbird, Flare could surge to 50 cents to $1, driven by skyrocketing demand for transaction fees and staking. It is all about use case and how much it is used. But as we know that XRP is already a renowned brand in this space, and BTC, Doge, they are already a brand. And who wouldn't want to use it or to do something more with it in terms of DeFi, in terms of passive income, and a lot of different stuff? Songbird could see a 10x increase, potentially hitting 10 cents to 50 cents, as it powers FXRP's liquidity pools and DeFi applications. More F assets incoming, FBTC, Doge, FDoge, and beyond. It doesn't stop here. It goes much further than this, folks. As other F assets like FBTC, FDoge, and FLTC roll out, demand for FLR and Songbird will explode. With BTC's 20 billion daily volume entering Flare's ecosystem, Flare could reach $1 to $2 as it becomes the bridge for BTC DeFi. And this, we're talking about practicality, folks, over here. We're not talking about speculations. If it happens, then it is certainly possible that we hit these levels. We just need to develop, we just need to provide these use cases, and eventually, if it happens, this can become a reality. We're not just speculating over here. This is what I like about the utility coins, folks. Songbird could hit 50 cents to $1 with increased liquidity and staking demand. The more F assets on board, the more FLR and Songbird are needed for transactions, governance, and staking rewards. Cross-chain DeFi dominance. FXRP and other F asset bring cross-chain liquidity and DeFi yield farming and Flare and Songbird, attracting both retail and institutional investors. An attraction for both institutions and retail folks. This is great. Because some projects are only focusing institutions, meanwhile others are only focusing retail. Flare is trying to do both. This is great. As DeFi adoption grows, Flare could surge to $5 to $10 as liquidity pools, staking, and yield farming drive demand. It is all about demand, folks. It is all about demand. If the demand increases and if the use cases increase, obviously the price and the value has the chance to increase. It is directly proportional. If you're a research student or you're into academia, you know that it is directly proportional. Anyways, Songbird could reach $1 to $2 as the testing ground and liquidity hub for cross-chain DeFi with yield farming and liquidity pools. And cross-chain swaps, Flare and Songbird will become DeFi powerhouses. Awesome. So Flare and Songbird can become a bridge for everything. The bridge for everything. Now this is the title, folks. The bridge for everything. To Ethereum prices, as FXRP and other F assets bridge all blockchains, Flare and Songbird will power the next generation multi-chain DeFi ecosystem. So this is awesome. This kind of adoption could see Flare and Songbird reaching Ethereum level prices ranging from $2,000 to $5,000 as they capture the DeFi and cross-chain liquidity markets. This is awesome, folks. Now, the last one. No caps, no limits, no boundaries over here. The global trustless KYC BTC level prices. Now look at this. Flare Network's upcoming global trustless KYC with Red Date Tech will revolutionize digital identity and compliance, enabling borderless finance and decentralized identity management. Folks, if that happens with trustless KYC integrated into every blockchain, it could become the backbone of global financial systems. And with this level of utility and global adoption, Flare and Songbird could see Bitcoin level prices reaching $50,000 or more. So, I mean, we do not know how if this will become a reality or not, but we can say that the use case that it is providing, there are no caps, no limits on FXRP, on FDoge, on FBTC. I mean, it has the potential to have unlimited growth for Flare and Songbird, from bridging all blockchains and cross-chain DeFi to global trustless KYC. This can be the dawn of a new decentralized economy. Let me repost this one, folks. This is an interesting read over here. Let us read a few comments over here as well. The only way Songbird can survive is to have higher yield for higher risk. The TVL caps don't help either. Depends. Look at all the WFLR whales on FLR scan. Okay. Anyways, folks, what do you guys think about FLR network? Do you think that it indeed is the bridge for everything? I would really like your opinions. Do hit the comment box below and let the community know. Anyways, guys, this was it for the video. If you liked it, make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification icon if you're interested in utility coins and potential gems. And you can also support the channel by becoming a Patreon, so do check that out. Like I always say in the end, until next time, stay blessed and stay tuned. Thank you very much, everyone.